Now at 6, medical examiners in Ottawa County, Oklahoma identified the remains of a body discovered last week. Plus, pharmacy workers in Kansas bring concerns about third-party administrators before lawmakers today. And a landfill in Lamar steps in to safely dispose of birds afflicted with bird flu.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Breaking news out of Ottawa County, Oklahoma tonight as medical examiners identify human remains discovered last week. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Last Friday, the Quapaw Nation Marshal Service responding to a call regarding the discovery of human remains located in rural Ottawa County, just north of Commerce, Oklahoma. Medical examiners searched the area and collected the remains for possible identification. Today, the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's Office confirmed the identity of the remains to be those of Aubrey Austin Dameron, an enrolled member of the Cherokee Nation. Dameron was last seen during the early morning hours on March 9th of 2019 as she was leaving her mother's home in the Grove area with plans to meet someone. She was 25 years old at the time. In a statement, the Quapaw Nation Department of Public Safety says, quote, Aubrey's family has been notified of the identification of their loved one. We extend our sincere condolences to Aubrey's family and friends as the past 6 long years of searching for Aubrey has come to an end and the investigation into Aubrey's death continues, end quote. Again, Aubrey was 25 years old at the time. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for a first look at the weather.
Well, it's definitely turned out to be another gloomy, kind of dreary day outside. Also some pretty thick fog in a lot of locations. It's 45 in Joplin. Visibility looks pretty good right now. A little foggier once you get out on 69 highway. But you can see visibilities anywhere from 1/4 mile in Neosho to about 1/2 mile in Carl Junction. So there is some really dense spots. And this is what we're going to continue to see through the evening into the overnight hours. After midnight, we'll have most of the area under 1/4 mile of visibility. So do be careful on the roadways. 40 in Nevada, but 52 in Anderson, 46 Veneta, 37 in Yates Center. Fog, drizzle. Temperatures pretty steady, mainly into the mid-40s as we go through the evening hours. There have been a few little light showers, especially along and south of I-44. We also have some snow in the forecast. We're going to look at that here in a bit.
See you soon. More than 100 pharmacies across Kansas are closed today as workers meet with state lawmakers in Topeka. They hope to bring to light their concerns regarding pharmacy benefit managers, better known as PBMs. KOAM Samantha Walker has details.
PBMs are third-party administrators for health insurers' prescription programs. They're supposed to help negotiate for better drug prices and help determine rebates for pharmacies. But locally owned pharmacies say now major PBM companies have their own pharmacies and insurance companies and are driving their business away. It's what inspired Kansas pharmacies to close their doors for the day to meet with lawmakers.
Unfortunately, the money is being pulled out of our community and it's going to states like New Jersey, Arizona. It's not even within the state of Kansas is where the support goes to. So we would like to see Kansans have good health care and Kansas businesses be healthy and safe.
Wolker Drugs in Baxter Springs is just one of the many pharmacies to close so their staff could meet with lawmakers in Topeka. Pharmacist Brian Caswell says he's hoping to see change. The Kansas Pharmacists Association is working to introduce a bill this year that will allow for pharmacies to have greater patient access. The proposed bill will allow patients to have a choice in what pharmacy they use and prevent some of the PBM practices hurting locally owned pharmacy business.
What I would like to see is more of a transparent pharmacy benefit package. In other words, let's take away the shadows where the PBMs operate within.
Caswell says the day at the Capitol was a successful one, advocating for PBM reform. He says the Pharmacists Association has support from the legislature. Caswell hopes this means we'll see change soon.
We just want to have a business that we can create for our community that allows healthcare access that's affordable and that we can actually operate within. That's all we're asking for.
PBM reform is something pharmacists across the 4 states are asking for. Each state has proposed regulations that would impact these PBMs if passed by lawmakers. In the studio, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
You can learn more about what concerns pharmacists have regarding pharmacy benefit managers on our website, koamnewsnow.com. Opal Foods in Neosho is dealing with a bird flu outbreak. Prairie View Regional Waste Landfill in Lamar has confirmed they'll be handling the disposal of the birds and following safety precautions. In a statement, the company says in part, quote, "Our landfill team is following all Center for Disease Control guidelines, including immediately burying and covering the waste and disinfecting vehicles and landfill equipment after the material is unloaded," end quote. They say employees will be equipped with gloves, boots, coveralls, and goggles as they handle the disposal. We'll continue to update this story as details are released. Crowder College brought the Southwest Skills USA welding competition to Joplin today. Nearly 40 students from technical schools in Southwest Missouri are competing on the high school side. Crowder College and Ozark Technical College competing on the post-secondary level. Judges say they're looking for a variety of criteria from the competitors. The competition will be spread throughout the area in the next 2 weeks. It wraps up in Joplin tomorrow. Participants look to earn a spot in the state competition later this semester. High school seniors all across the area make their college commitments today. John Dales has more from a National Signing Day coming up in an extended edition of sports. But up first.
There's a new federal grant aimed to help teacher shortage in our area. I'm Lonnie Walton in Joplin. I'll have that story coming up.
The Southwest Center of Educational Excellence in Webb City has received a $4.3 million grant to combat teacher shortages in Missouri. According to the U.S. Department of Education, the rate at which teachers are leaving their positions in the state is above the national average. KOAM's Lonnie Walton talks to a local teacher about the opportunity.
Was a special education teacher for several years.
Whitney Cummings is a 5th grade teacher at Jefferson Elementary School in Joplin. Although she started out as a special education teacher, she says she was ready for something new.
I've always been in special education, and so this broadens what I'm able to do, and it gave me a little bit of break from writing IEPs and tons of paperwork for a year.
Cummings currently holds a master's degree in her field, one she's earned with the help of a multi-million-dollar grant. Melissa Massey from the Southwest Center of Educational Excellence says it's called the Teachers Quality Partnership Program.
And that is a federally funded program through our Department of Education that allows us to certify teachers.
Though Cummings was already a teacher, Massey says this means nothing. Anyone currently holding a 4-year degree is welcome.
If you have a bachelor's degree that is not in education and have always wanted to be a teacher, we can put you in our program and you can be a teacher.
Whitney's principal says although she may be new, she has veteran experience.
Her ability to fit in at the 5th grade level has been truly amazing, and so the quality of Whitney coming from the program in, I couldn't ask for better.
Cummings says this program served her well.
Not have gone through a master's program without that. I never would have been able to. I couldn't have afforded it.
Reporting in Joplin, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
Massey says the classes are all online. Takes about 2 years to complete the program. She also says the teachers usually stay in local school districts. A little later, some standout high school athletes signed their letters of intent today. John has more signings from all around the area coming up in sports.
Plus, we still have the drizzle and the gloominess sticking around. We're going to talk more about that here in a bit.
For the arts.
Well, of course, another gloomy one for us today after a good Monday, a good weekend. Yesterday and today, we've been on the cloudy and the gloomy side with drizzle and fog across the region. That's what we're going to see as we go through the rest of the evening hours. Cloudy skies, fog. Visibility is kind of low, and on and off drizzle as our temperatures kind of hang into the mid-40s. Dense fog advisory in effect everyone all the way through tomorrow morning as the fog's pretty thick in some areas. Some areas it is a little bit less, but you can see Carl Junction, half mile, about a quarter mile in Neosho, about a half mile at Grand Lake. So you have this real patchy, dense fog, and that is going to stick around tonight. It's even going to get thicker, especially after midnight. Most areas will be under a quarter of a mile. So if you are going to be on the roadways, watch out for the fog. We'll start the day, real dense fog, and then it will burn off during the afternoon. But temperatures above freezing, pretty good spread from near 60 in Cassville to about 37 in Yates Center. But most of us are going to hang out in the 40s. All right, light showers along and south of I-44. Everybody else picking up drizzle, but this is very light, but we'll continue to see it as we go through the overnight hours tonight. Still, weak little waves rotating across Central Plains. Here's our next little wave, which will start to affect us tomorrow night and then into Thursday. All right, let's go through time. Cloudy, foggy, drizzly. Through the overnight hours, we'll go into tomorrow morning. Temperatures are going to be into the upper 40s. Look at some showers popping up. Here's our next little cold front. Slides through. So we'll have drizzle in the morning, maybe a little bit of sunshine during the afternoon. Most of us will kind of hover mid to upper 40s for highs. Clouds thicken again. Tomorrow night, here comes the drizzle again. It's going to return by Friday morning. Friday, mostly cloudy skies, little pockets of drizzle. Temperatures mainly into the mid 40s. As we go into Friday evening and Friday night, drizzle, light showers stick around all the way into Saturday morning. So much of the same over the next couple days. Let's continue down the road. All right, Saturday afternoon, cold front rolls through, so we start to cool down. But we're going to have near 60 during the morning hours. On Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, socked in with the clouds, maybe a little drizzle, but most of the persistent rain will stay to our south. On Monday, things start to get interesting. We get a wave, kicks out. We're going to be in the mid-30s, so we could get a light wintry mix starting to develop late Monday into Tuesday morning. This would push east, a little bit of a break, and then here comes another wave on Wednesday and into Thursday. So we have several rounds next week. We're getting back into that part of the pattern that we were in from about Christmas through the middle of January when we got the Arctic air and we got those winter systems. So winter is not done with us yet, because I guarantee the Arctic air is going to return. 49 for a high tomorrow, drizzle mainly in the morning hours. 46 Friday, up to 57 in the morning Saturday. 41 on Sunday. Much colder week next week. We start to go back down into the deeper freeze.
And I have a Super Bowl prediction that the weather inside that dome in New Orleans,
what about 68-ish?
Going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
No wind, too. Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, it's the first National Signing Day of 2025, and several of our local high school athletes are heading to the next level. Hear from them up next in sports.
Today is the initial signing date for incoming college freshmen planning to play Division I and II college football. Well, a ton of high school seniors from across the 4 states put pen to paper this afternoon for football and several other sports. We start the morning at Fort Scott High School, where 3 Tiger football players signed letters of intent. First-team All-State offensive lineman Luke Harris commits to Pittsburgh State. Fellow offensive lineman Jaden Garcia signs with another MIAA school. He's headed to Emporia State. And their teammate Ty Marbury signs with Butler County Community College.
I've been wanting to go here since I came down in the summer, and just finally getting to show that my hard work has paid off, and just be able to commit to a school that I really fell in love with is a great feeling.
Just the environment down there. I really like the coaches, Coach Anthony and Coach Bellel and all them. Just the game day atmosphere in the jungle.
Just me grabbing some teammates, grabbing anyone who can throw the football, going out to the football field. If it was cold, hot, we didn't care. We went out there, and just all those memories making with my teammates, it's just finally glad that it's paying off.
Meanwhile, McDonald County High School also has 3 student athletes sign national letters of intent this morning. Adrian Short and Jace Thomas, both of them will play football at Bethany College, located in central Kansas. And Hayden Lett signs with the University of the Ozarks to continue his baseball career.
As soon as I get on campus, it's straight to work. You know, there's no days off, and we have to get after it and go work to be great. But I mean, that campus is beautiful, so we'll explore around there. It's a nice little town.
It's the people, the environment. I really enjoyed going up there. All the coaches were nice. It's nice facilities. Looks like a pretty good deal.
We took a little tour of the campus. They have nice facilities too. They just got a brand new facility there, and I really liked it. It's pretty close to home. It's not too far away, and I just like the atmosphere there.
Moving over to Kansas, Girard High School senior Scott Moore will play Division I college football next fall. He signs this afternoon with the University of Delaware. Now, Moore received attention from multiple different Division I FBS teams, but he feels that Delaware is just the perfect fit.
None of them stuck out quite like Delaware did. I went out there and it felt like home, so I made it my own pretty much. So that's how it was, and I'm just excited to keep playing football. You know, there was a small stint during my high school. I felt like I wasn't going to make it to the college level, which really disappointed me because I love football, but I finally get to continue my football and education, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Back to Missouri. This afternoon, Liberal High School senior Taylor Swarns signs her letter of intent to continue her basketball career at NEO. Now, Swarns eclipsed 1,500 career points in a game earlier this season, and she's helped lead the Lady Bulldogs to an appearance in the Class 1 Final Four last spring.
Yeah, I had a lot of local looks and offers, but NEO came down to it, and it just felt like a family. I really liked their coaching staff and facilities and everything, and I think academically wise, I'll fit in well there.
Over to Oklahoma, 2 Miami high school seniors signed to play college football this afternoon. Sam Lillard will play quarterback at NEO, and Chris Kelly signs with Coffeyville Community College, where he'll be a linebacker. Both of them are grateful to have been a War Dog and excited to get started at their new schools.
We went on visit, and I've been there multiple times, but it's a great place. And I had a few other kind of like verbal coaches talking to me, but no one was really interested. And then NEO came to my doorstep and they said, "Hey man, we want you to play for us here." So it was pretty cool.
I just like the culture that they bring there. I mean, whenever you go there, you know you're getting a chance to go D1, and you're getting a championship. I mean, and that's just the coach that they brought there and the coach they bred there. And I'm all for that.
Well, the Chiefs and Eagles are both making some final preparations for Super Bowl 59 this afternoon. Both teams hold practice and release their injury reports. Here's a look at the Chiefs' injury report. It's a pretty short list, which you like to see at this point in the year. Everybody is a full participant except for wide receiver Sky Moore. Back to signing day here in the 4 states. What we just showed you doesn't even cover the full extent of where the KOAM sports team was at. We still got Joplin High School, Carthage High School, and Lamar later tonight.
People at home might not think about just how many different counties our sports team is going to get all of that information and all those comments from all those athletes, but I certainly appreciate it, and I know that they will too if they consider that. We'll be right back.
Tonight.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. After a display of sportsmanship targeted toward one student, KOAM's Anthony Salviello shows us what makes a particular freshman basketball player so special. Plus, football's biggest night is also one of the top betting events of the year. We're going to dive deep into the action with the American Gaming Association, and we're going to preview this year's Puppy Bowl because, of course, everyone's eyes are on the Puppy Bowl. Those stories, a lot more. It's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Kind of dreary and drizzly out there.
Yeah, we're going to have the fog. We're going to have the drizzle sticking around tonight, at least through the morning hours tomorrow. May get a little bit of sunshine late in the day. 49 for a high. Drizzle again, mostly cloudy Friday, and much of the same on Saturday.
Final sports notes.
We're going to hear from some more college-bound student athletes from Carthage, Joplin, and Lamar at 9 and 10.
An exciting time for those families, for those athletes, for those fans. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.